Feel your feet rooted, your spine long. Press your palms into one another. And take a full inhale here and a full exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Clasp your left wrist with your right hand, stretch up and over. And then if it feels all right, step your left foot back behind your right for a curtsy stretch variation. So you're getting into the front of your left hip flexor and hip joint. And feel a sweet stretch. Your elbows don't have to be locked out, but maybe bent. And come back through center, inhale. And then clasp your right wrist, stretch up on the in-breath, and then over on the out. Step your right foot back this time, and let yourself feel a stretch that feels appropriate for you. Maybe that's dialing it back a little, or maybe that's deepening in. Listen to your body. Good. Come back through center. Big breath. Forward fold. Take a bow. Swan dive or hands through heart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your hips up and back as you step your feet back. Yeah. And lengthen through your spine. Root through your thumb, first finger, finger pads. Inhale your right leg straight up and back. Open your hip, bend your right knee, and just let yourself feel a little bit of movement. You can straighten and bend. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Step all the way through. Drop your left knee down and walk your hands to the top of your right thigh. The crescent moon variation. You're feeling once again that stretch to the frontal left hip flexor. You can find a steadiness by drawing inner thighs together and reach your arms overhead. If this is bothering your left knee, feel free to slide a blanket or double up your mat. One inhale here. Lifted back bend, goalpost your arms. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, half split. I love blocks here. Straighten your right leg, scoot your left knee back, and then give yourself some support. Oftentimes, I think when we give ourselves a little extra support, we find more depth in a pose. Hug your right inner hip crease back, reach your chest toward your right toes and breathe. You should be feeling pretty good sensation through the back line of your right leg. Take just one more breath here. Exhale, low lunge. Bring your blocks with you. Grounded airplane. Lift your left leg. Reach through your heart. If you want to try balancing, hands can be in prayer. Otherwise, grounded on the earth or on your props. One breath. Exhale, Jiva squat, left knee behind right. Round your spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Big toes to touch. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Rise up just like before. Side stretch to the right. Step your left foot back. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, take it to the left. Step your right foot back. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Downward facing dog. Plant your palms, step it back, and breathe. Press your heart toward your thighs. Inhale your left leg high. Open your hip, bend your left knee. You can straighten and bend. Descend your right heel a millimeter. Feel good stretch to the back of your right leg. Then square your hips. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot all the way through. Drop your right knee this time for crescent moon. Prepare by bringing your hands to the top of your left thigh. Good, and I like to hinge forward and back. Once you feel stable, pad your knee as needed, and then extend your arms overhead. Keep your abdominals strong and your low back long. Breathe in. Lifted back bend. Breathe out. Open your chest, sternum to ceiling. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, half splits. Once again, blocks or a water bottle. If you just have one, you can actually just kickstand it under your leg. If you have two, use one on each side. Now reach your spine forward. Bending your knee actually helps deepen the stretch in your hamstring if you're feeling tension. Pull your left inner hip crease back. One more breath, really good. Exhale, low lunge. Blocks come with you if you've got them. Grounded airplane. Lift your your right leg, reach through your heart. So your spine is starting to move toward parallel with your mat. Exhale, one jiva squat. Right knee chambers behind left, nose toward knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, big toes together. Really good. Inhale, chair pose. Sit down and reach high. Utkatasana. You want to peek over your knees and ensure that you can see your toes to keep your knees safe. Reach through your hands. One big inhale. Exhale, airplane arms. Float your palms by your side. Drinking bird. If you want to try it out, lift your heels just for a moment. Good. Lower your heels. Lift your left knee half step. Flex your left foot. Root through your right. One breath. Exhale, figure four. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. There's a really nice way to stabilize this pose if you have a block or a prop handy. You can bring your left hand to it, and then your right hand presses into the sole of your left foot to find some sensation, but with a little more stability. Think up dog or opening your heart. Think about a little quality of a back bend happening. Good. Last out breath here. Inhale, half step, a little bit of balance to rise up. Slow-mo, exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Float your left leg back and step it down. Kind of a tricky transition there. You can clean up your stance so that your feet are hips width distance apart. Tone the back of your left leg. Feel the muscles along your back, even your triceps, upper back of your arms. Hug your navel and feel length and breath. Last exhale. Inhale, warrior two. Lead with your left arm and sweep wide. Yeah, and pulse in and out. And then once you come into it, track your right knee straight forward. Tendency is that it likes to drop in, so just track it forward and reach. Heart wide, stable through your feet. One breath. Exhale, extended side angle. Draw your right arm to your right leg, left arm high. Sometimes we desire to get a little bit lower, but that can lead to collapse, so I would rather lift up and find a leg. Good. Last out breath. Inhale, reverse warrior. Send your right arm up and stay deep in your lunge. And just check out where your gaze is. Let it be intentional. Maybe back foot, straight forward, even the top hand. One full inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Plant your palms. Step your right foot back. You can hinge forward and lower halfway down or all the way down for cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here. Big inhale and full exhale. Inhale, gaze to your thumbs, bend your knees. Exhale, step or hop to the top. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Good, forward fold, breathe out. Find chair pose once again. Sit down and reach high. Check out your knees. Feel the relationship between your core and your low back. The more that we can strengthen our abdominals, the more that we can give spaciousness in our low back here. One inhale. Exhale, airplane arms. Hands by your hips. If you didn't try it before, second chance, drinking bird. Lift your heels, press the front of your feet forward. Okay to wobble and come out. Lower your heels, lift your right knee, half step. Stabilize. Single point for your eyes. Exhale, figure four. Cross your right ankle over your left side. Once again, if you took that variation on side one, right hand can go to a block. Left hand can go to the sole of your right foot. As you press into it a bit, you can feel a little more sensation, especially in the outer right hip. Reach through your collarbones. Steady your breath. So good. Half step. Rise up, lift your right knee. Slow motion, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Send your right leg back. Bend your left knee as you land. And then you'll notice you can hinge a little deeper and lift a little higher and feel that sweet spot that's unique to your body. Pull your pinky fingers together to broaden your chest. Good. Last out breath. Inhale, warrior two. Lead with your right arm. Set up your feet. The left heel can align approximately with the right heel. Reach through your hands, but let your shoulders drop down. Breathe in. Exhale, extended side angle. Left arm to left leg, right arm high. Yeah, and press your arm into your leg to feel your spine lengthen and your heart open slightly. Beautiful. Exhale here. Inhale, reverse. Warrior. Left arm up and back. Stay deep in your lunge. Track your left knee forward as you roll your right shoulder down and lift up for one more breath. Exhale, chaturanga or cobra pose. Plant your palms. Hinge forward, either lower all the way down or halfway down. Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really good. Stay here for a big breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, gaze through your hands. Bend your knees and exhale, step, hop, or float all the way through. Come onto your back. We're going to get into our hips one more time, a similar form or shape that you've been taking, figure 4, but this time on our back. Float your left shin parallel. And you can reach through this triangle of your legs. And allow yourself to just breathe here. By flexing your right foot softly, you can get a little more stretch through the muscles. Nice. One more inhale. And switch. Plant your right foot, cross your left leg over top. Float your right shin parallel. And then just find your edge. Sometimes by pressing my left leg forward and drawing my right knee in, I find a little more sensation. And then right when you meet that edge, back out a little bit, take a breath, and come back to it. Beautiful. One breath in, and gently release. Bridge pose, a gentle bridge. Plant your feet below your knees, hips width distance, arms down by your sides. Then inhale, peel your hips off of the mat. So it might just be a little bit. You could even slide your blocks below your low back here, which would be really supportive. And if you want to find a little more, you can clasp your hands below your low back. Check out your big toes, point them straight forward. Mine like to point outward. So just track that and then lift your hips a bit. If your arms are below you with clasped hands, press your arms into the mat to lift your heart a little bit more. Stay here for a moment. Feel the opening across the frontal plane of your body.